Hey all, Fizzban here, welcome back to Fallout Equestria Remains. Now, we are first going to heal up. We just came out of a particularly nasty boss fight, but I think it wasn't as bad as the Alicon one. The Alicon still scares me a lot more. Oh, we have healing potions again. Just gonna buy them all. But nevertheless, we did die quite a few times. So, not entirely harmless. In this episode, we are gonna go talk to Steelhooves right after we hand in all the quests that we can. I think we completed at least a few. Or just one, maybe? Oh, we have the power armor thingy. I have 2 fragments of power armor. How did I get those? Huh. Is that just from running around in Canterlot, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, let's repair some of our gear. Before we start any new zones, we should probably maybe do a bit of a cash run. I think we're running a bit low again. Alright, the do we have that? No. The disc that we picked up in the ministry is what the Steel Rages is looking for. What about you? Some progress. Oh, we have another one. 1500 caps for that. It's pretty good. Let's see. Did we have any quests at the covert sign camp? Or did we complete all of those? We still need a water talisman. I don't know where we get that. And I think maybe I should buy a few more of these just in case. Would you? Oh, so can we use her kindness to actually heal for kind of for free? Is that like a thing like the biogel that you can just use to heal with? Might be worth remembering. You could save 1000 caps for that. Let's see, water treatment plant. There we go. Alright, let's speak with the Steelhooves. Steelhooves? I'm listening, LittlePip. Listen to this. You should only know that in 5 days the soldiers of the Legion will march to our meeting place. When they come, your warriors must be in position. If you were on your own, which I would simply laugh at your mumble jumble, but you're like a trust you, I trust him, therefore my soldiers will be there on time, do not disappoint me. The Sun Project and Stable Pie will belong to your brotherhood elder in return for using these resources in a common fight. Legate Casarius counts on your discretion. Oh, we already read that. Do you want to tell me something? This voice is Elder Coldsight. Where did you get this recording and who is the elder talking to? Now, it's my turn to ask questions. Your elder is making big plans to team up with the Zebra Legion. Don't you think you should have told me that from the very beginning, if you want to have any kind of cooperation with you? I know no more than you do, LittlePip. Look, I already told you that at the moment we have a secret confrontation with Coldsight. I have no idea about his plans because he considers me his rival. Don't you though? You were 1 against 4 of us there in Canterlot. Now you are alone against the whole camp of the Steel Rangers. If I was on Coldsight's side, Would we leave you alive after we recognized you as a killer of Rose and Diamond? Would we leave you alive now, when you have so unreasonably declared your awareness of the Elders' plans? Alright, I am convinced. Now you tell me where you got this recording from. If it is not a forgery, Elder Coldsight is involved in a serious crime against the Brotherhood. In the Ministry of Image I met a Legion shaman who was studying the Pink Cloud. She also often contacted your elder through a ministry communication center. From it I extracted this entry. Then my fears are confirmed. Elder Coldsight is a respected leader of our department, but his loyalty to the Steel Rangers' ideals is questionable. Even his somewhat peculiar understanding of duty should go against plotting with zebras, especially with the Legion. Such an act must have a serious cause, and with all our differences, I still do not believe that the Elder could do this without a good reason. I arrange a search for him at once. Search? Yes. Me and my group deliberately distanced ourselves from the rest of the Nagera department that is faithful to Coldsight. Therefore, our knowledge of the current deployment of key command figures, including the Elder himself, is limited and perhaps mostly obsolete. However, amongst his knights and paladins there are several of my secret supporters. I will contact them and find out everything we need. How long will it take? No more than a day. My subordinates will have to restore communications, and if we are lucky, we will be able to maintain a stable radio connection long enough. After determining the location of Coldsight, I'll move out to face him. I'm going with you. And what is it to you? This is an eternal affair of Nagera Steel Rangers. Until recently, you didn't even know anything about us. And now we have common interests. Ah, I see now. Stable Pie is your home, isn't it? This explains Pipbug on your leg and your excessive neatness compared to the ponies on the surface. I don't... Alright, so you take me with you or not? If you are from Stable Pie, this may make sense. According to the recording of yours, Elder Coldsight seeks to gain control over your stable, and I'm sure he doesn't want it just out of greed. Perhaps you can negotiate with him on behalf of your stable and find a compromise that excludes bloodshed and union with zebras. You still have a chance to solve the problem peacefully. Thank you for your trust, Steelhooves. But since you found out my secret, I also want to ask you something. What are your disagreements with Coldsight? Coldsight is one of those ponies whose souls has been wiped clean of all traces of emotion by life in the wasteland. For him there is no compassion, his main goal is the prosperity of the Steel Rangers and no one else. This directly violates the original principles of the Steel Rangers who were created by Applejack to protect all ponies, but his position is now shared by many influential commanders of our faction. I suppose that should be faction. And they are extremely obstinate in promoting their policies. To oppose them means to start a civil war amongst Rangers. I want this even less than leaving Coldsight in power. Therefore, my supporters and I try to avoid conflicts. But unfortunately, Coldsight is too suspicious and understands that I am able to influence his subordinates. Therefore, he looks at me only as a direct competitor in a struggle for power. Until now, we have been able to smooth sharp edges out in our relationship. Sincerely, I hope that this will continue being so in the future, but even despite this upcoming difficult conversation. Well, enough chit-chat. If you're going to join me in the negotiation, you should pick up better equipment, armor most of all. Even though I hope for a peaceful outcome, we must be prepared for the worst. Alright, I'll take care of it. Alright, find out about the new armor from Oak Steelworth. But we have a quest for power armor. And I want that. Right, quests. What do we have? We have some motivators. Right, we can hand those in, 600. And we have all the data on the stealth bug that she wants. We got the Initiate's Amulet and 4,000 caps. Let's see, what does this do? Laser resistance and plasma resistance. I suppose we should equip this, especially if we're going to the Nagera military base. Right, What can you actually sell me? You sell a lot of weapons. Well, I think I'm okay for weapons. Let's see, who did you want me to speak to? It was Oak something something. Where was that Oak pony? I can't remember. Alright, so find out about the new armor from Oak Stalwart. Is he back in the Prancing Pony camp? Oh yes, he is the one that sent me on the power armor quest, so I already have the power armor quest. Let me just go back and see if he has anything new to say. Oh, he does. Say, do you sell power armor? What? What made you think I sell power armor? You're an armor, right? And power armor is still armor. You're joking, right? You're going to say something to me? Then get straight to the point. Alright, I get it, that was a stupid question. Yeah, it really was. Only the Steel Rangers have power armor, and even though you understand the principles of operation of the exoskeleton devices, your knowledge will be useless without necessary components. That is, you can get it only from the Steel Rangers. If you think about it, no, the Steel Rangers invented this armor. It was created even before the Mega Spells. Therefore, such armor could still be found on some abandoned military base. You can stumble upon the remains of a deceased patrol, or you can just take it from the Steel Rangers if you have enough strength. If you really need it, then these are the options. So, abandoned military base, that's where we're going, isn't it? So it is possible. Excellent, I'll bring the materials. You can design a power armor specifically for you. You can bring the components, I'll make it, fit to your size if possible, modify the helmet so that a unicorn can wear it. You'll have to pay for the work, let's say 20,000 caps. Oh my. Alright, so first off, we will need to just scour for some power armor parts. I don't think... where are we actually going? Cancelled Ruins, we've been there. Ministry of Image, we cleared that. Where are we actually going now? I cannot find anything new. So maybe we talk with Calamity. He always sends us to new places, doesn't he? Alright. Do we go back to talk with Steelhooves then? Yes, we do. Okay. Did you manage to find out where Coldsight is? Yes, from a reliable resource we learned that he is in command of an old military base not very far from here. Then we move out. Couldn't say you are prepared well enough for such a possible encounter, however we cannot waste time. If Coldsight decides to move to another base of the Nagara division, it may be much more difficult to meet with him. Moving out at once. Oh, I guess we are just moving out at once, like literally at once. Fair enough. Stand still. Put the gun down, Riddle. It's us. Star Paladin Steelhooves. Elder Coldsight accused you and your detachment of treason. We are ordered to shoot you. These accusations are absurd. Let me in to talk with the Elder. We do not negotiate with traitors. Open fire. Oh dear. Alright. Well, I guess that's a few power armor fragments at least. Oh dear. What was that? Why did they call you a traitor? Oh dear. Aliacta est, maybe? Coldsight crossed the line and started a conflict. Perhaps he somehow learned about the murder of his accomplice and decided I was somehow involved. Maybe something else. Anyway, the war has begun, and now we have to act. Coldsight moved first. It means that many brethren reporting me are in danger. I must immediately return to our base and plan the next move. You're on your own now. Protect your stable as you see fit. Can I join you in this conflict? Although I'm counting on our cooperation, I still don't trust you enough, stable dweller. In addition, my subordinates don't have combat experience working with lightly armored allies, and we might even hurt you in battle. It will be better for every pony if you just lie low for a while. We'll see. Alright, so does that mean I can actually go in here? Oh. Are we actually in the abandoned military base now? Oh dear. Alright, there are a lot of interesting new enemies here, and my scythe does absolutely nothing. I suppose it kinda does because it ignores armor. But it does nothing against the actual robot. It might be pretty good against the... Steel Rangers themselves. Oh dear. Didn't I find a potion of life? I did. And a potion of spirit somewhere. Alright. I see we actually got a level 2. Bump our survival up to the max, and was it repair we needed to boost our owl? I think it was. There we go. Let's see, what perks do we want? Do we finally want the one where we pick our armor enhancement? Just sort of considering what we want to get. Alchemist would have been good, especially if it worked on the permanent effect potions. That's kind of why I want alchemy. Alright, let's do the armor enhancement. Not really sure what those are. Alright, so is that actually the start of the Nagara military base? I'm just quickly going to have a look here. The military base. Minimum level 22. I think that is actually the last zone that we are starting on here. I think I might just explore a few rooms here, and then I will probably... or should I continue? I am so glad that these turrets are not concealed, so I can actually just pull them away with telekinesis. Okay, I may have spoken too soon. There we go. You know, I think I've made a decision. I think I wasn't planning on going to do a full level of the new zone today, but I think we are just gonna continue because I am so intrigued. I mean, we have new enemies, and it's pretty dang cool. Plus, I mean, we have the power armor we need to get, right? That was probably a waste of an electronic lockpick, to be honest, but we did recently pick up a bunch, so hopefully it's not that bad. The main reason why I didn't want to do this level today was because I planned to go back, do a run where I can maybe get some more caps, and also do some more trials in Canterlot to finish up a few more quests. But I kind of want to do this. Oh. There we go. Oh, wait. Ow. One got me good. Oh. I just realized I don't have my owl. I can't remember if it's because it's destroyed or I just haven't re-equipped it or... And I forget where it is. I have completely forgotten where the owl is. Right, I would wager under equipment somewhere. It's not here. I think that one also gives... Ah, there we go. I couldn't remember if the sparkle cola gives you radiation, so I only drank a few of them. Because I do believe one of them does give you radiation. Is it the Sunset Sarsaparilla? No? I guess I should have just used them more often. It's like a complement to healing potions. That's a random balefire egg. Oh, no. Bad mine. Didn't I equip the owl? I was pretty sure I equipped the owl. Maybe it's just is destroyed. Can I break this? I don't think so. Doesn't sound very breakable. Oh. Oh wow. I did not expect him to have explosive weapons. But here we are. Oh, come on! Alright, let me just do the thing. No, just bad. Alright, and I'll go back. Go back again, and... go back again. Back to the checkpoint. I want to go to town, to base. There we go. Actually, let me just find out real quick whether we can use that kindness thing with the Velvet Remedy. I am badly hurt and need medical attention. Oh, you can. And then she just can't heal you anymore. Right, so you can heal with her kindness. But you can't pay her to heal you more afterwards, I think. I'm not entirely sure on that, but that's what it looks like. Which is a little bit weird. I might as well pick up the charm bandages. Right, so what I learned from that was that the Steel Rangers, the actual Rangers, are very, very dangerous. Not as much because of their minigun, which is also scary, but mostly because they have explosive weapons and those just tear you apart. And actually we are 30 minutes into the episode, so I think I will wrap up the episode here and I will see you in the next one. Fizzban out.